We are officially into November. Spooky season is over, which means it's no longer pretentious to start talking about the man with the white hair and red coat. So today, we are looking at none other than Devil May Cry 3 for the Nintendo Switch. So Devil May Cry 3 is a landmark game. It is a genre-defining game. The genre that I would define as beat-em-ups, personally. I know everyone else seems to still be using that character action thingo, but let's face it, guys, it is a beat-em-up. Like I said with Bayonetta, beat-em-ups generally have you stuck in a room until you kill all the bad guys, and then there's maybe some platforming challenges. Like, it's the same deal here. So I originally played Devil May Cry 3 on the PS2. I had it on PS2, I loved it, I enjoyed it, it kicked my ass, to be legit with you guys. Like, this game was hard, but then again, I did play the first release on PS2. I never had the special edition back then, which means that when I tried to play it on normal, it was the Japanese version of hard, which is something that they changed it back to everything being normal in the special edition versions. So this isn't really something that I revisited much, but because of its difficulty, it's something that I remembered conquering fondly. But I'll be honest with you guys, a few years ago, my wife got me Devil May Cry HD Collection on PS4. She got it for my birthday, and look, I love those games. I was going through, I finished 1, I finished 2, and you know, I got to 3, and it seemed a bit off, it seemed a bit odd. Obviously, look, this was after I'd already finished 4 and 4 Special Edition and controlling Dante in that, so going from Dante and Devil May Cry 4 to Devil May Cry 3 felt extremely limiting. The fact that you could only have one style per playthrough of a level, you could only choose, like, I think it was 2 weapons and 2 guns out of your entire arsenal, as opposed to we're in Devil May Cry 4, and even then going further into 5, you could just switch out to all your weapons and switch out to any style, and it really gave the game a sense of freedom that you didn't find in Devil May Cry 3. That isn't to say that the original release of Devil May Cry 3 was bad by any means. No, it was still fantastic, but it did mean that in my playthroughs, I would only maybe stick to 1 or 2 styles. I remember when I finished it on PS2 originally, I only stuck to Swordmaster and Gunslinger, and I kind of stayed away from Trickster and Royal Guard, which, you know, later on, I found was a huge mistake. But that's neither here nor there, and that's basically how I felt on my other playthroughs. This includes my playthrough on PS3 and PS4. But here's where the difference lies with the Nintendo Switch version. On the Nintendo Switch, Devil May Cry 3 has style switching, and it has weapon swapping. You can swap between all your guns, all your swords, and all your styles. Now, it's still slightly limited because you've still got to level up your styles. However, the freedom to change your playstyle leads to multiple strings of combos that have never really been seen before in this game. And look, I get it, this is an almost 20-year-old game. It's not 20 yet, but you know, it's creeping up on 20 years, and this feels like it's breathing new life into what was already a fantastic game. So look, I'm gonna call it here though. This is peak Dante. Like, I thought that DMC 5 was peak Dante, where you could do anything, and I guess to an extent DMC 4, but DMC 3 on the Switch with style switching and weapon changing, like, to everything. Obviously, if you have this on PC, you can mod it in, but just to have it on the console wherever you go, and yes, I get it, if you got a PC and you got, you know, if you get a Stream Deck, then you can take it wherever you go as well. That's a thing now, and that's cool and all, but this is mod free. This is officially implemented by the developers, and it works so freaking well. Okay, so the way it works is essentially your left trigger cycles through all your guns, right trigger cycles through all of your devil arms. So obviously on the Nintendo Switch, this is ZL and ZR respectively. You can also choose to hold down a trigger and use the right stick to go through a weapon wheel. Now, this is great. I personally just prefer to cycle through, like, trigger, 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 and then I'm there at the weapon that I want. It's really up to you how you decide to do it, but both ways feel intuitive, and I can't really say one way is worse than the other. Because if you memorize that weapon wheel and then you decide to change, you can keep those triple S's going pretty hard. And mind you, I'm just a casual player. I've never done a triple S combo until I got to this game. Like, this is the first time that I've been able to go up to those statues, all of them, and just actually combo into them properly. Like, I've actually wanted to learn because I've had just a few extra things. The other thing is because I don't have to replay a level because my weapons are always on me all the time. Sometimes I should probably backtrack for people that are new to this or haven't decided to get this yet, or maybe it's their first time getting into it. So essentially, in the Devil May Cry franchise, you can get upgrades. Upgrades are by blue orbs and purple orbs, respectively. So purple orbs are to refill your Devil Trigger gauge, which is essentially a transformation that beefs you up, and the blue orbs are to extend your health bar. And along the way, there are statues in certain levels that require you to get a certain ranking of combo. So the ranks go from D to triple S, so D, C, B, A, S, SS, and triple S, which is, I'm pretty sure it's Smoke and Sexy style. Yeah, they've actually got things. So it starts with dope. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. But these statues, previously, if you just equipped the wrong gear for the level, you were not able to just unlock it, because you can only hit these statues with the right weapon. Now, the fact that you have all your weapons on you all of the time means that you don't have that problem. So it encourages you to go for these statues, and it encourages you to learn these combos. And that in and of itself is amazing. But on top of that, when it comes to the other major change, which is the style switching, I really should iterate the first boss of the game. It kind of just becomes a stage enemy later on, and that's the Reaper. So when I first played against the Reaper in my PS2 and all subsequent playthroughs before this Switch playthrough, I found it so difficult. Because he's got these attacks and he'll block your attacks with his attacks to cancel out attacks. I know I'm saying attacks a lot, but not only that, like, after he gets his hit through, then he teleports to go somewhere else, and just the ability to have Trickster on to dash away from his thing, or be able to switch to Royal Guard to block his slash, like, with the right timing, and then hit him back with, like, the 1-inch punch, was so satisfying. And the fact that, because other enemies spawn, you switch to Gunslinger for crowd control with all your guns, then you switch to Swordmaster to do your special attacks with your Devil Arms. It made it, I guess, I'm gonna say it made it easy, but I don't think it was as easy as it was satisfying. The fact that the game, by opening this up, allows you to be like Dante in the intro, where he's zooming around the room, one-hitting everyone, and just doing everything seamlessly. That's essentially what these additions grant you. Should bring up Virgil, the other son of Sparta. I'm gonna be honest, guys, kind of sucks. Like, really sucks. Like, Virgil's only got his edgelord style. I think it's called Dark Slayer. I just call it edgelord, which kind of just allows him to teleport, but it's kind of, you don't have the same control in the teleports as you do with Dante's Trickster, so that's limiting. He's only got those 3 weapons for the whole thing, so that's limiting. His only projectiles are the summon swords, and that's his only projectiles for the whole game. And you're playing through essentially Dante's whole campaign with a quarter of the arsenal, and it feels like it just drags on. On top of this, you never fight Dante. And this is something that annoys the hell out of me. You never fight Dante, you fight Red Virgil. Like, it's just Virgil in red clothes. And why? Why? Like, yeah. And I guess that's my only real downside. And it sucks that this downside is like half the game. But at the same time, it's not really half the game. It's kind of just a portion of the game. Because the real game is the story. What a story it is. Devil May Cry 3 is the story of two brothers and a daughter. Not the two brothers' daughter. That'd be weird. Let me retrace. Essentially, the plot is Virgil finds this guy calls himself Arkham, and they raise this tower called Temen Nigru in the middle of whatever city they're in. It's not specified, but it just so happens to be the city that Dante has set up his new demon hunting shop. So they go in, they offer Dante a place at the table, he refuses, and chaos ensues, few cutscenes. So Dante goes into the base of the tower, meets this chick on a motorbike who tries to blow him up with a rocket, but he just surfs on the thing. It's mad. You end up finding out that this girl is Lady, and she is the daughter of Arkham, who killed her mum to get demonic power. So she wants revenge. Dante is coming into his own as a demon slayer. Now this whole thing that's happening with his brother is just something that's kind of getting in the way of, and you see his animosity towards the whole situation and how he doesn't really care, but he begins to care more and more as he begins to understand his responsibility as a demon hunter. And I think that's why this game is so loved. It's definitely the story. Like, the gameplay is amazing, but the gameplay is amazing because it resonates with the characters' personalities, and it is enhanced by the story. You can learn all the combos you want, but being able to pull off those combos on Virgil during the final battle, it's riveting, it's amazing, because you're fighting someone on equal footing whom at the start of the game was above you. Like, literally and figuratively, because he one-shots a demon that you just couldn't kill. And I hope this just doesn't come out as gushing, because I'm trying to give an informative review to say, yes, this is a game that you should get, whether you've played Devil May Cry 3 before or not. And in saying that, I guess we can really see how this stacks up. If you got all the Devil May Cry games, and just put them in a pile of best to worst, best being at the top, this one and DMC5 kind of sit neck and neck, or at least they used to, but with the Switch edition, I would put this specific version of Devil May Cry 3 above 5, even though 5 looks absolutely beautiful. And the fact that it finishes off the arc that this game starts is something that's really incredible. So anyway, guys, I think I've rambled on enough. I think hopefully I've given you guys enough information to make your own decision as to whether you'll get this or not. But we'll get to my rating now. And I am going to give this 10 out of 10 would recommend. I cannot go without recommending this game, however many platforms it's on. Yes, if you don't have a Switch, you should still play it on the HD collection on the Xbox One or the PS4, which is also, like, you can play that on your Series X or S and PS5. Like, yes, play that if you got no other version. If you got a PC, play the Steam version and do the mods to do the style switching if you can. If you can't, just play through the regular version. That's beside the point. This is a game that is a cultural landmark and an absolute phenomena as to how it came to be. Or I guess not a phenomena, since we kind of know everything now. But that's besides the point. It is an amazing game, and that is whether you play the previous version or the Switch version. But I do have to say, the Switch version is that much better of an experience. Yes, it's only minor changes, but it is that much better. Also, like, the fact that, like, I don't have to stop playing to take a toilet break Like, I can just take it with me, pick it up and go, or I can take it with me and smash through some missions on my lunch break at work. Like, that is just doubly a reason as to why you should get this game. It's not even a full priced game, so freaking go for it. Alright guys, and that was my review of Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition for the Nintendo Switch. Let me know what you thought down below. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. If you really liked my content, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon because I upload sporadically, so at least you'll be able to know when a video comes out, and that will be good. But also, if you like this shirt, I'm leaving a link down in the description. Yeah, I'll leave a link down in the description to my Stream Elements page. You can buy one of these. Originally, look, I'm going to tell you the story behind this. My wife was doing a mental health campaign at the start of the year, and this is in 2021, or probably around mid. It was a few months ago. Either way, she started doing this, and I'm not gonna name names because, like, I don't want to be called out for defamation or anything, but she started doing this campaign, and then it turns out that the person in charge of this not-for-profit organization that was raising funds for mental health was kind of just lying about the circumstance and sort of just embezzling money. And so I originally created this shirt for her mental health campaign, and all the proceeds were going to there, and that turned out to be a heck of a scam, and we were kind of heartbroken for it because of it, because yeah, we've had a lot of stuff to do with mental health in recent years, and it just hurts that someone would like say they're gonna help people that are vulnerable and refuse to do it, and gain money on it on false claims. So that kind of really struck a nerve with us. But like, look, if you just want the shirt, I have this. I have Evil Ryu variants. The battle starts in the mind, and I guess we're not gonna let ourselves get brought down by the circumstances around us, is what I'm trying to say. So if you want the shirt just because you think it's a mad freaking shirt, links in the description. I'm not gonna, let's just cut out all the rest. Yeah. Also remember to comment, like, and subscribe. See yous.